So going green is an obvious fact that is extremely important and should be put into action worldwide. And William, whom I'm refuting, also believes this. So I can't completely reject his claim, which is that higher upfront cost of LEED accredited sustainable commercial buildings are well worth the long-term cost savings. And so I can't completely say I don't believe in LEED, but I am going to say that that going green does not mean that you have to go through LEED, because LEED can be very, very expensive. It costs thousands of dollars just to become registered and certified and to meet the requirements while during certification. And so William's claims are, the first one is that sustainable buildings cost more initially, but and may pay off in energy savings. It says that sustainable buildings require LEED certification to be recognized, and that sustainable buildings pay back in ways that are not so obvious. So, refuting his first claim that they cost more initially but pay off in energy savings, yeah, they do cost more initially, and yes, they will help in energy savings, but it's going to cost so much more to do it through LEED. You can have the same amount of savings without having to go through LEED. My claim is that that there's nothing wrong with going green, but there's no point in to spend thousands of dollars when you can do it on your own and not having to be certified. So there are many fees that I'll cover on later on that LEED requires, but according to USBGC, which is the typical the LEED website, the typical green building construction costs about $2,000 more on average than a regular building, and this is what Will actually said. And it's true, but this is only for a building that is already built. If it's a building, like a brand new building, it can cost up to over $15,000 altogether, which is a lot of money and will take years to get back that kind of money. And reasons why Will says that you'll get payments back is that by using solar panels. And according to greensavvycafe.com, one individual solar panel can cost up to $600 to $800, and it can take up to 5 to 6 years to get financial payback. So you don't need just one panel on your roof. You're going to need at least 4, 5, 6 panels. So 5 to 6 years to get payback on electrical savings, that's a lot of money that people cannot pay up front. And there are different ways that you can do that. You can use Energy Star appliances. You can use fluorescent light bulbs instead of regular light bulbs. There's a lot of different ways to go on your own without having to get the certification. And so his second claim is that sustainable buildings require LEED certification to be recognized, and yeah, that's true. But do you really need to be certified to live in a green way? No. Is nature really going to care that you have a certificate saying, I went through LEED? No, it's not going to matter. What matters is that you're saving energy and that you're helping the environment. So there's so many ways that you can do it on your own. And if you go to hgtv.com, there's a lot of pages, different articles that show on ways to do it without having to go through LEED. Some of them are using bamboo flooring instead of regular wood flooring, or bamboo cabinets instead of regular cabinets, or using glass tiles instead of granite tiles. Or when you walk out of a room, turn the lights off and turn the TV off, and take a shower instead of taking a bath. These are all things that you can do to save money, and you can be eco-friendly without having to spend thousands of dollars having to go through LEED. And here's an example. LEED has a whole list on their website at usbgc.com, and it's a whole 3, 4 to 5 page checklist saying what is required in order to have certification. And one example is windows. They want you to have properly insulated windows. And my parents at my house wanted to do the same thing. And we had an estimate from Jen Hoggins Construction Company, and it was going to cost up to $10,000 to have all of our windows replaced. Now, using $10,000 to replace windows, that's really not going to pay back that much money on heating. So that's something that's not totally required to go green, but is required to have a LEED certification. And there's a lot of other, I'm not going to go through all of them, I don't have time, there's a lot of other requirements that LEED gives that you don't have to really do to really be green. And his last claim was that sustainable buildings pay back in ways that are not so obvious, which is, I totally agree with that, so I can't refute that. But I am going to talk about LEED, some of the payments or retirement payments, and just to register, it costs $600 up front, just to register. And then the certification, it can cost up to there's a $10,000 fee that is regardless of the square footage of your home, and then on top of that, it can be up to $2,250, depending upon your square footage of your home. So that's what, over $15,000 just to become certified. Like, once again, you don't have to go through LEED to go green. Going green doesn't mean you have to spend all of the money in your bank account. It just means trying to be eco-friendly and trying to do it in ways that you can also save money.